What's up guys, Garrett here with SelfTaughtDev. Welcome to the first video in our CSS tutorial. If you haven't done the HTML Basics tutorial yet, look in the description. I'll have a link to the first video in that series. Go do that real quick. It'll take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, and then you should pretty much be where we are now. So in our first CSS tutorial video, we're just gonna go over a few of the ways you can add CSS to your page and talk a little bit about what CSS is. So we'll keep it pretty simple in this one. So what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, like that. It's basically how you do anything on the web page aside from this basic layout here. Like you want the text to all be pink, you'd use CSS. You want the background to be black, CSS. You want this to be centered, or all of the text to be centered, you'd use CSS. You're gonna make 2 columns and put images in random places on the page, CSS. So CSS basically how you style anything on the page. HTML is like the scaffolding and like puts all the content on the page, and then CSS moves around, changes the colors, puts it where you want it. Now, 3 ways you can write it that we're going to talk about in this video. The first one is with the style tag here in the head. So anything in here can be CSS. This is one of the ways you would write CSS in the HTML file. It's not super common, but this is one way you can do it. So we'll just say, don't worry too much about how this is written right now, but just to demonstrate that this is working, we'll grab the body tag and then we will say background red. So CSS is pretty intuitive. Like if you want to change the background, you'll say background red. If you want to change the color of the text, you'll just say color blue. But just for demonstrations, we're grabbing the body tag and we're saying, hey, we want the body tag's background to be red. So now if we go back here, we've got this super harsh red background on our page. So let's go ahead and make that pink so it's a little less intense. There we go, that's way better. So that is the first way that you can add CSS to your page with those style tags. Now, like I said, generally this isn't going to be used a whole lot, but that's just one way you need to know to be able to do it. Now, the second way you can do it is by inlining the CSS. So let's say we want the H1 tag. We want that to be purple. So we could say style, and we will say color purple. Now the H1 text is purple. So that is the second way to do it. You're not going to do that a whole lot. The most common way to write CSS is generally going to be in a external CSS file, just so you can keep all of your CSS in one place, and it's a lot better for organization. So we'll just make a new file called styles.css right here, and then we'll go ahead and remove this style in our H1 tag and save. Now we can select whatever elements we want in here and style them in this sheet. So let's just grab the body tag again and say we want the background to be green this time. Now we save, and our background's not green. That's because we need to pull in the style sheet. So right now, we don't have any reference to our styles.css, so the browser's just running this HTML file, and it doesn't see anything else it needs to pull in. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a link tag. We're gonna say rel equals style sheet, and then the href is going to be styles.css. Now, your styles.css needs to be inside the same folder as your index.html. Otherwise, this file path would be different. Like if it was right here, we'd need to say .. and that .. symbolizes, hey, we need to go up 1 directory. So right now we're in our index.html. The .. says, hey, we need to go up 1, so it'll go up, and then it'll look for styles.css in here, and then it could find it. But for simplicity, we're just going to keep it in the same folder. So now if we take this off and save and go back here, our background is this nice little green color again. So those are the 3 basic ways you're going to add CSS to your page. And I think that's about it for this one. So for the challenge on this one, what I want you to do, back when we had those style tags in our head, I want you to grab the body and change the body's background color to some random color in the style tag. Next, I want you to grab the H1 and do inline styles. So that's where we did the style equals and change the color of the H1. So you just say color, whatever color you want. And then lastly, I want you to make a external style sheet, link it up, and then grab an element and change the element's background color in here as well. So it can be the body if you want, or it can just be, let's just grab all the divs. And then it'll grab the divs you have on the page and make those green. So that's about it for this one. Once you've got that done, take a screen grab of your page so we can see the changes. Go to the Discord, look for CSS Challenge 1 and throw the picture in there so we can know you did it. It's important you do this, one, for actually mostly for muscle memory. You're basically just trying to get the stuff down so you don't have to Google it every time, and you can just say, all right, I need to add CSS, and then instantly know what to do. So go do these challenges. And yeah, the Discord link is in the description if you need to join the Discord. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Round 1.